How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Saxx Tacos, My Free Life's the channel. So today is January 4th, 2023. And I come in here early. I'm in here about 5:15 in the morning. Right now it's like 5 p.m., something like that. But beside the point. Anyway, so all day I've been thinking. I haven't been able to shake the thought of Christmas going and feeding the homeless people, and the reactions I got from them and how grateful and happy they was to have that. And I couldn't help but think, man, I would like to do that more. You know, Christmas is great once a year. You're gonna die before you get to the end of the year if you don't eat again. So I would like to do that more often. So I'm gonna start doing something every Sunday. Now I know that's only once a week, but it's better than nothing. And the lady that had came in on Christmas morning early, Susan Bean is her name. Her and I are going to team up, and we're going to start doing it every Sunday, feed the homeless people thing here in this neighborhood. So I'm looking really forward to that. But that wasn't my main point of this. My main point of this is a homeless guy came in here earlier today, or at least the guy I had assumed was homeless. So this guy's been in here many times over the course of the 5 months that I've been running this business. And he's always been polite, respectful, but I always assumed he was homeless due to whatever reasons, whatever my assumptions were made of, or why I ever came to those conclusions. But today I just decided to ask the guy when he came in, hey, let me holler at you. He came over and I spoke with him. I said, hey, are you homeless? He said, yeah, I am. And I said, okay. So I told him what I wanted to do, and I asked him where his camp was. That way I could figure out where another homeless camp was to feed some people. So what he told me is he doesn't have a camp. He has a camp, but he doesn't have a camp with a community of other people. He's solo. So I asked him if he would mind if I gave him a ride back to where his camp was, so that I would know where it was, so that I could feed him every Sunday. He agreed, and I gave the guy a ride back to his camp, or at least to where we had to hike into his camp. So we get there, I hike into his camp, and his camp is really neat, really organized, really clean. He's got his clothes hung up on a clothesline, so he's probably washed them in the creek that was nearby or whatever, but obviously somebody who is homeless but trying to take care of himself. So I asked him if I could ask him a hypothetical question, and he's like, sure. I said, so if I was to offer you a job, being that I'm only within walking distance of your camp, and you clearly appear to be physically able to work, and close enough, very close, that you could make it to work each day, would you take that job? And I was kind of stunned by the response. And this is why. He actually took some time to think about it, which blew my mind, because in that situation where all of the other negatives are void and extract from that, because you can get to work, so within walking distance, a short walking distance. You've already met the boss, the owner, myself, who is hypothetically offering you this job. And you get to eat for free if you work for me. If you're hungry, eat, right? That's what I do, I serve food. So his long pause really caught me by surprise. So I had to take all that in and consume it. So after a conversation for a good 15-20 minutes, sitting there hanging out with him, I come to the conclusion that some homeless people are just homeless by choice rather than circumstance, which got me very intrigued. So I'm thinking about starting a blog called Why I'm Homeless, which what I would be doing is going out and interviewing homeless people on that particular circumstance, just to get an insight on that. So I want y'all to let me know what you think about that in the comments, and let me know if you think that's a good idea. But I was mind boggled on his response and his reaction to that, because that would have been a few $100s a week for him, doing basically nothing aside of getting free food and serving a little bit of food over the counter. But let me know what you think. All right, later on. I just realized I said start a blog. That's not what I meant. I meant start a podcast. Let me know what y'all think. Thumbs up or thumbs down on that. Later.